it's Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to create with the newest Softlex company design kit, Dia de los Muertos? On this tutorial, we will be creating a necklace using beads from this kit. I'm just adding in this sugar skull, and the green ones came in the exclusive kit. And then I'm adding in a flower for my collection and 4 millimeter orange rondels just for that sparkle. The beads here are from the exclusive Halloween mix from Kay and Midoriya. And if any of these items are still available, I will leave a link down below in the description. I'm using these large hole ceramic beads, and they are now available on softflexcompany.com, and they come in about 10 different colors. And they're super lightweight, so they really add a statement to your necklace without making it heavy, and it's still comfortable to wear. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And I will leave a link down below in the description for the unboxing of this wonderful kit and all other tutorial playlists I created with it. Let's start creating. To start, we're going to start with our pendant. We're going to need one eye pin and 3 head pins. And you can make your own wire components out of Softlex craft wire. You can use your round nose pliers to make your loops, or you can use a one-step looper, and I am using the 1.5 millimeter. To start, we're just going to make sure that our eye pin is closed. We wouldn't want to lose any of our little dangles or embellishments. Let's give it a little squeeze. We're going to add on a sugar skull, and it is two-sided. Our little orange rondel for sparkle, and the little rondels help these flower beads sit straight on your bead. And with the flower bead, it is two-sided, so you can have a matte or a very sparkly metallic. We're going to add in one of these little green bicones that were exclusive to the kit, and we're going to make our loop. So with this one, it is kind of a full eye pin, so it might be a little tricky to use your one-step looper. So I am just going to take my round nose pliers and roll it back into the wire. And this is going to create a little loop. Just want to make sure that it is completely closed. And we're going to attach one of our little 6 millimeter jump rings. And I am mixing my metal just so you can see the connection points. So we have our 6 millimeter jump ring, and we're just going to open it. We'll hear that little click. And then we're going to attach our little component we just made and give it a close. We're just going to set that off to the side for just a moment. Now we're going to make the little dangles that will be from the bottom of the eye pin. Adding in our beads. And you can use other tassels. You can use one bead, 2 beads, completely up to you. I am just using any leftover beads I have from the bead mix. So we have all of them added on. Now we're just going to use our one-step looper because we have more wire to work with. So we're just going to slide that into our tool and then just give it a gentle squeeze. And this is going to give us a loop. And don't worry if there is a little bit of an opening on top. We'll use our round nose pliers in just a moment to make sure it's secure. All of our little loops. We're just going to take our round nose pliers and just roll the little opening of the loop back into the main wire. Now, a couple design options. Since these are a little bit bigger, it might be hard to just add to the loop on the bottom of this eye pin. So we're going to attach them to a 6 millimeter jump ring. The loop on the bottom of the eye pin is probably about a 2 millimeter. So you could use a 4 millimeter jump ring, just completely up to you and the sizing and your preference. So we have the open 6 millimeter jump ring. We're just going to add on our little components we just made. And I think this would be a beautiful earring as well. It's super lightweight. So we have the sort of a necklace. It's already attached to a jump ring, so we'll just add that to our soft flex wire in just a moment. Need 28 to 30 inches of our soft flex wire, just because we'll be doing a little crisscross technique through these large hole beads, and that's why you'll need some extra wire. To start, we're just going to slide on our little 6 millimeter jump ring with our pendant. We're going to add on two of the rondels, and you can use whatever color you would like. I love Bedoria and Kay's bead mixes. They're so beautiful. They had one for the Just Peachy Great Bead Extravaganza and one for the California Dreaming Customer Appreciation. Just a beautiful, very, very generous amount of crystals and beads go into that kit, as well as just all the colors. Everything is so beautiful. Have two of our beads added on, our little crystals. And if you have a bead stopper handy, that might be helpful for this project. So as long as your pendant is in the center, we're going to slide down one of our little ceramic beads, and I believe they're a 10 millimeter. I'm going to add on four of my little crystals that came in the Halloween mix and let this slide down. Now with the soft flex wire that I just added, I'm going to pass back through my ceramic bead and give it a pull. And this is going to create kind of like a little bead stopper as well. So you're going to have like a little halo on your bead. So once we have our little loop made in our first little component, we just need to create a little spacing. So I'm adding in some beads that I claimed from one of the Softflix company live sales. I think this is one of the bead mixes that it came in. It's just like a little table cut bead, but it's going to give us the spacing that we need so that our beads don't overlap. We're going to add on another one of our ceramic beads. And all of these ceramic beads are handmade in Peru. Softflex Company has some of the most beautiful ceramic beads. There is one in the Halloween kit, Gone Batty, that was just so cute and very realistic. So we have our ceramic bead and four more of our crystals in that next color. And then we're just going to pass back through. And it's going to create like little components and little halos for our ceramic beads. And we're going to slide on one more of our little spacing. And it's up to you how big you want your spacing. I think these are an 8 by 6 millimeter. It just seems to be the perfect spacing. So we're going to add on our next one of our ceramics and then add on the next color of the crystal. And we're just going to repeat the pattern until we reach the end of our little crisscross pattern. And then we have a couple of design options to create with. Stick through. You just want to make sure that your tension is nice and tight so that your little flowers will lay correctly. And we can always add little charms and tassels to the end of this necklace if we'd like to. Since you're using an even number of beads, and there's just a little bit of room, like you can see there, you can do a little wire wrap component, add a jump ring, and just have it dangle from the middle of your little component. So we're just going to keep adding on our beads. And so now we're going to add on the green. Add those on, and then we're just going to pass back through our large hole ceramic and give it a pull. And if there's any little spacing, they do move on your wire, and you can just move them into place and make your adjustments if needed. So we have all of our little components added on in our little flowers. We're just going to attach one more of our little 6 millimeter beads. Also, if they're kind of curving just a little bit, and then all the tension is nice and secure, you could just put a little bit of weight on it, like maybe put some beads on it or put it under your bead mat, and it should flatten out for you. So now I have a couple leftover beads, and then I'm just going to add in some more of the little orange spacers just for some sparkle. And I'm going to alternate the little orange spacers with these same large beads. And then we will attach a clasp at the end of our necklace. So this would be a really pretty design, a nice statement piece for the holidays, super lightweight, and then just use different colors of the ceramic beads, or you could use like little Christmas light charms from them as well. So endless possibilities with this technique. Our necklace completed. If you wanted to, also another design technique is there's a really large hole for these little ceramic beads. So you could pass back through another time and make like a little flower out of the ceramic bead. So just another design option. So we have our soft flex wire. We're just going to add on a 2x2. And I'm going to attach my clasp to a 6 mm jump ring. Couple reasons with this is one, if I ever want to switch out my clasp in the future, instead of having to restring the project, you could just open up the jump ring. The second reason is if you find a clasp that you like better, or you maybe want to change it for a piece of chain, or just kind of edit your design just a little bit, instead of having to restring it, you just open up that jump ring. So we have our jump ring added on, and we just put it on like a bead. We're going to pass back through our 2x2. We want just that little bit of a wiggle room loop on the bottom. And we're taking pliers and we're going to give it a squeeze. And this is just going to flatten our 2x2. Then we're going to rotate and squeeze again. It's going to smash our 2x2, but it's also going to round it and just give it a more professional finish. Now we have a little bit of soft flex wire left over. We're just going to trim the extra soft flex. And always save anything left over from Softlex. You never know when you'll need it for another project. Like this is a great length for an earring or a connection plate. Now we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Slide on our jump ring and pass back through our 2x2. Just give it a little bit of a pull. We want to make sure that our loops are fairly the same size. They don't have to be perfect, but we want them as similar as we can. We'll do the same thing with our 2x2 is just flatten. We're going to trim off our extra soft flex wire, our beautiful necklace using the newest Soft Flex company design kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza, Dia de los Muertos. This is our necklace that we made, and you can also wear it this way as well. Just, always design techniques. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And check out down below in the description for all items I use in this tutorial, as well as the tutorial playlist for all other Dia de los Muertos designs. Have an awesome day.